Take me somewhere to warmer weather, to something better than here right now. 'Cause the days get longer, the nights grow colder, a lonely shoulder when you're not around.
This is Mulligans, where life gets messy, love gets complicated, and second chances just might save the day. Let's begin. Chapter 20. Chase had risen early, still unable to quiet his mind after a sleepless night. He was determined to tell Nathan that what had happened had been a mistake. It obviously had been completely irrational, and it couldn't continue. They had nearly been caught, and he was sure the consequences of that wouldn't be lost on Nathan. Chase swung his legs out of bed and pulled on some shorts, a tank top, and his running shoes. Hopefully, he could run the anxiety away and exhaust himself into a point of being able to sleep the following night. He knew once he'd had an opportunity to have a level-headed conversation with Nathan in the light of day, everything would be put into perspective. Chase looked over at Tyler, still sound asleep, the covers pulled over his head. He slipped out of the cottage silently and crossed the still dewy grass to the cliff stairs down to the lake. Perhaps stretching out on the dock and revisiting the last spot he and Nathan had shared together would chase away any lingering shadows from the previous night. The crisp morning air felt good in his lungs, and his head was beginning to clear as he jogged down the stairs. Suddenly, he stopped in his tracks and was about to attempt a silent retreat when someone spotted him from the dock. "Oh, Chase! Good morning, come here a minute," Stacy called, looking up from organizing seed packages into a handcrafted wooden box. Chase took a deep breath and jogged the last steps down the hill and onto the pier. Stacy sat on a cedar bench in a sundress and light sweater. Steam from a coffee cup billowed out in the brisk morning air and disappeared over the lake. "You're up early," Chase stated as he approached. "You too." Stacy set the box of seeds down and paused, collecting her thoughts before looking up again at Chase. "I wanted to talk to you about something." Chase shifted his weight uncomfortably. "When were you going to tell me?" she continued. He felt a myriad of emotions welling up inside him. "Okay, It's okay. I've decided I'm okay with it," Stacy continued with a reassuring smile. "You're okay with it?" He let the words fall from his mouth, desperately trying to chase after their significance. She looked out over the lake and took the coffee cup up in her hands, wrapping them around the warm china for comfort. "When Nathan and I were getting married, I had my doubts. I know how you feel. I didn't think I could tell anyone at first either. I don't even know if I really loved Nathan at the time, but Tyler was already a little boy, and I couldn't have done it alone." She looked down into her cup, as if the rest of her story were written inside it. "I don't think I knew what love was, but I knew what I had to do, and eventually we grew to love each other." Stacy picked up the wooden box of seeds again and beckoned Chase over to take it from her. "So I've decided I'll plant a perennial to symbolize the new you and the love that will grow inside you stronger and stronger, year after year." She smiled at the thought. "Pick one." Chase wasn't really sure what was happening, but felt it best if he did as instructed until he could figure it out. He flipped through the seed packages quickly and selected a yellow flower, handing the package to Stacy. "Stella Doro Daylily. Beautiful choice," she commented, tapping the package with her finger. "Each flower blooms only once and then dies. You know, I don't know why I didn't put it together sooner. I'm a little hurt that you didn't tell me, but I understand." "Hurt that I didn't tell you?" Chase asked, now completely at a loss. "Of course. Bertie was the one who finally pointed it out to me. She knew right away." Chase felt his face blanch. "Bertie knows?" Stacy waved away his concern. "Don't worry, Bertie's fine with it. She's one hip little girl." "Wait, Bertie knows that you're gay," Stacy finished for him with a comforting smile. Oh, thank God, Chase sighed in relief. I know, it must have been terrible for you to feel that you had to keep a secret like that. Why didn't you tell me? Chase looked at Stacy and decided after all of this she deserved the truth. What you said at the barbecue? I didn't think you'd understand. Oh, with Jenna and the... Oh, Chase, I'm so sorry. If I'd known... Stacy shook her head, realizing her faux pas. I hope you'll be able to forgive me. Go for your run. I'll have breakfast ready when you get back, she said, picking up the box of seeds and walking off the dock. Stacy? She turned and waited patiently. Thank you. Chase nodded and she smiled, returning his nod before walking up the hill. Gravel squished loudly under his sneakers as Chase ran down the country road. His shirt was soaked with sweat and his lungs were screaming from the exertion. He wanted to rid himself of the iniquity that was consuming him from the inside out. Seeing Stacy and having her apologize to him had been too much. There was no way he could sit at her table to casually pretend like nothing was amiss. The green of the forest began to swirl around him and Chase stumbled, falling to his knees, feeling the gravel tear through his skin. He was glad for it. He deserved it after all. The guilt continued to germinate inside him, pushing against his ribcage and up and out his throat, forcing an uncontrollable retch.
And that's a wrap on this chapter of Mulligans. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, and that it got you thinking about the complex relationships we all navigate, the ones that challenge us, change us, and ultimately shape who we become. If this chapter spoke to you, or if you're reflecting on the big questions of love, family, or second chances, I'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment below or hit me up on social. Whether you're pondering Tyler's journey, Chase's emerging sexuality, Nathan's dilemma, or Stacy's challenges, or just want to share your own thoughts, I'm here for it all. Don't forget, if you're craving more, you can grab your very own copy of Mulligans. The paperback, ebook, and audiobook are available with links in the show notes. And if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button so you won't miss the next chapter. Trust me, things are about to get even more interesting, and I can't wait to share it with you. Until next time, remember, second chances are just around the corner, and love can always find a way, no matter how messy it gets. Keep dreaming big and loving boldly. Thanks for listening, and I'll catch you in the next chapter of Mulligans.
Take me somewhere to warmer weather, to something better than here right now. 'Cause the days get longer, the nights grow colder, and lonely shoulder when you're not around. Tell me, do you want me right now? I don't wanna wait to find out. I need you to love me lights out.